If you have interacted with Reddit in any way, shape, or form, you are entitled to financial compensation. I'm kidding, that's not true, though I wish it was. You've most likely seen posts from a certain subreddit called Am I the Butthole? It's too early in the video to curse, but don't worry, it's coming. You've most likely seen a post on that subreddit that goes something like this. Am I the butthole for running over my infant child deliberately and then getting mad at my wife for attempting to murder me? I don't know. Are you? No. Obviously not. I do the same. What I'm trying to get at is sometimes you're just like, why did you even need to ask if you were in the wrong here? Brother, I get it. I don't like kids either, but you can't kill babies. Today, we'll be looking at posts that exclusively fall into that category of asshole. There, I said it. No nuance. None of that. You might even say that this category of asshole is Lucifer level bad. The Dark Prince himself type bad. The devil kind of shit. Because only someone who is literally Satan himself, have I used all the acronyms? I don't know, could possibly commit such atrocities, okay? And as someone who might be the reincarnation of Jesus Christ, that hurts my soul. Deep down, deep inside of me. The Satan, that is. But it also kind of gets me hot and wet. No, I didn't write that into my script. No, let's just read the post, shall we? Most of these have been removed for whatever reason. I don't know, because they're so bad. I don't know how the fucking Reddit works. I've never gone on this website in my life. But don't worry, moderator comments under every cross post on the Am I the Devil subreddit and has the receipts. This was originally posted in relationship advice. I've done a video on that. I've done a video on almost every popular subreddit, unfortunately. I, 21 female, want my father, 51 male, to be the sperm donor for my fiance, 22 female, and I. But she thinks this is wrong. What could possibly be done? What could possibly be done to fix this dumb bitch's brain? Ah, so weird. I mean, incest is the strongest bond you could have. Let's give the person the grace of actually reading their story, though. Let's get some context. My 21 female fiance, 22 female, and I have been doing some future planning lately. We're set to get married in the spring of next year, and we both know we want kids. So we sat down and talked about how we'd like to make that happen. She's okay with adopting, but I'm not, for a variety of reasons. And we determined that the option that makes us both the happiest is getting a sperm donor, yes. It's extremely important to me that the baby be genetically related to both of us, okay? Since she's not in contact with her family, homophobic, the only way baby would be related to both of us is if she carries the child and the sperm comes from my side of the family. Is it not weird to want someone from your family to impregnate your spouse? If I need a sperm donor or something, I would never think, hey, my brother, can you impregnate my girlfriend, please? I'm an only child and I have no uncles or male cousins of an appropriate age. Come on, you're already... Let's just draw the lines even further, why don't we? The only way we could do this is if my dad, 51M, is the donor. Or you don't do it at all. Tips from me, right? I figured he would be excited to help us have the family we've always dreamed of, and I talked it over with him, and he was totally on board. Oh, wow, he was so excited. Fuck, I can impregnate your girl, finally! Oh my god, Karen. I've been waiting so... So, what position are we gonna do? You know, like, missionary, doggy... She's just sitting there like, huh? I thought you'd, like, go jerk off in a room, and then we'd, like, insert it with the turkey baster. What are you talking about? He's like, oh, fuck. Not as excited anymore. He said he'd let my mom, 52 female, know we were planning on adding to our family. Everything is ready to go on our end whenever we decide to start trying. Okay, what does that mean? I thought it was a really beautiful way to unite our sides of the family, and I know my dad felt the same way. But to my surprise, my fiance was really against it. She laughed at me at first, which confused me because we were having a serious conversation. And she asked if I was joking, which I said I wasn't. Of course I'm not. I want to raise my dad's baby. Me and my dad are gonna have a baby together. Her face immediately dropped. She literally looked disgusted. I couldn't imagine why. No, I think it's pretty normal, actually. She said that would be really weird, as our baby would be my sibling, and she wasn't comfortable with that in any way, shape, or form. sibling, father, uncle, boyfriend. I don't know the difference. My dad has stepped in a bit for her because of the aforementioned homophobia and has become a secondary sort of father figure for her. She said having his baby felt wrong and incestuous. She said it wouldn't feel like a medical procedure or fertility help, it would feel sexual. That's insane. I don't see how it's any different from any other donor, other than actually meaning something else. Yeah, I don't see how my dad's sperm is different from some rando sperm, right? We're all related in some way, are we not? Come on, we all come from Gaia, the earth. I'm honestly kind of insulted. This is a rejection of my family as well as me, and the fact that she refused to even consider it made me feel overruled in something that's supposed to include both of us. I can't see myself having a connection to a baby that isn't related to me. It wouldn't be my baby, just a baby. You're awful. Some fucking stupid baby. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this? You adopt a baby, doesn't have parents. You're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this thing? Throw it out the window? Come on. Even if she says she doesn't feel the same, I think she'd have a hard time with it if it was the other way around and the baby wasn't related to her. This feels like our only option, and she shut it down without considering my feelings. This is really important to me. I want to have my dad's baby. I'm worried we won't be able to compromise on this and we'll never have kids, which would be a deal breaker for me. This is also a cheaper option for kids. We wouldn't have to pay for donor sperm, which can cost a lot, and we wouldn't have to do expensive IVF stuff either, since we get it from my dad. It can all be done at home. Oh no, oh no, oh no. You don't do that stuff, you're doing it at home? You're doing it, there's no reason you should be doing that stuff at home. I'll be done at home. And I ain't talking about the turkey baster either. Okay, hun, we're all ready to do the procedure in the bedroom. Oh, okay, great. If you'll just come right through here. What? Why is your dad on the bed? My dad's gonna impregnate you. Well, I know I'm old, but I'm not that old. Well, I don't see a reason for you to be reacting like this. I'm not doing that. No, it's okay, Dad. I think you look very, very sensual. Thank you, honey. This is disgusting. Well, if you're not gonna do it, I will. I'll carry the baby. What do you mean? Dad, I hope you brought extra lube. Am I the asshole for making one slightly suggestive joke to my friend's daughter? Come on, guys. I made a little joke about this 8-year-old girl, right? She was wearing some tight shorts. And everyone got mad at me. Come on. She shouldn't wear such tight shorts. I mean, she's asking for... I, 45M, have this friend named Anthony, 45M. Tony has a 19-year-old daughter named Gina. Okay. Still bad, but not as bad as I thought it was. This past July, my wife and I invited Tony and his family over to our house for the evening. So they came over for the most part. We had a good time. Gina came dressed up in a blouse, but she left the lower buttons of her blouse unbuttoned so we could see her midriff. Oh my god, I see a belly button. I'm just ravenous. I'm like, give me some of this soft, simple 19-year-old skin. What are you, Leonardo DiCaprio? Get away from her. Where it all went wrong was near the end of the night. It all went wrong when I was eating my food and suddenly I wasn't too hungry for the food anymore. Gina is definitely at the stage of her life where she's trying to act sexy in front of older men. I got that. I was at that stage of my life when I was 14. So boy, oh boy, was I glad I wasn't around you. Her blouse was low cut enough that if I was standing up and she was sitting down, I could see her shirt and I could see her entire body. She was basically naked. Come on. Anyway, our conversation shifted towards Gina's experience in college so far and her goals for the future. And by this point of the night, I had about 1.5 beers. Okay, whoa. You're getting drunk on 1.5 beers? What the fuck are you drinking? Corona extra extra? Extra extra, read all about it. Guy gets drunk from 1 beer? What the fuck? You're 45? You're telling me you don't have a tolerance for 1 beer? So I jokingly told Gina to keep her blouse unbuttoned, and she'll have a hell of a time with her male classmates. Oh. That was literally the only thing I said that could have been taken as inappropriate. That's the only thing I said, right? Yeah, Tony and his wife just glared at me, and their daughter was just sitting there blushing, and she frantically buttoned up her blouse. Yeah, you made her feel uncomfortable with herself. Good job. I got into a short but vicious argument with Anthony and his wife, and eventually they just grabbed Gina and stormed out of our backyard in anger and disgust. Anthony has completely taken himself out of my life now. He's blocked me on Facebook, which is like the ultimate sin. He goes out of his way to avoid driving too close to my house, and he never ever answers his calls, and he never replies to my text messages. Oh my god, you really piss him off. That is like a level of petty that's unheard of. He won't even drive close to your house. He's like getting in the other lane, head-on traffic, someone else is coming out of the way, fucking 14-wheeler. He's like, well, I don't fucking care. I'm not gonna fucking go over to that jackass's house. Savage. That's what a real dad does. Yeah, you know, I wouldn't even say you're an asshole. This is devil level bad. Am I the asshole for embarrassing my fat friend for thinking she has a chance with me? See, when they wrote that, you know that when this person wrote that post, the spittle just flew out of their face. They were saying this and stuff like, fat friend, fat fuck, you know? You could tell when someone's using that word and when they're not using it just neutrally.
Think she has a chance with me?
I, male 21, have been friends with this girl, female 19, for some time. Let's call her Tina. Tina has a good-looking face, but she's kind of overweight. 5'3" and 140 pounds-ish. That's not even that big. What? We have known each other for some time. She's really sweet and funny. She sounds like one of our closest friends ever, and I feel the same way about her. So I'm a naturally flirty guy. I make jokes, and I'm physical, as in holding hands, arm around the shoulder, etc. with most people. Tina, being my friend for almost 2 years, experienced this a lot. Whatever, I don't give a fuck. Since it was just us, we got a lot of time together, and I may have come across as interested in her. Recently, it was one of those weekends, and I called my friends over when she was there, to play video games and all. Now, Tina is normally very shy, but I guess she opened up enough to make a joke about how I'd like her, but just won't say it. The timing was terrible. And she said this in front of my friends. The fucking fat whale. I suddenly got very surprised, because I didn't feel that way at all. I started stuttering, and basically tried to explain to her that I didn't like her. When she tried to save face... Oh, I just read ahead. When I tried to save face by asking why, it just slipped out of me and I said, I mean, look at you. Oh my god. Who says that to anyone? God, I mean, look at you. You're like fucking such a slob. You look like a fucking fat bastard. My friend started laughing and I thought it must be all in good fun, but Tina wouldn't let it go. I wonder why. She made a joke about mixed signals, but I really didn't want her to get the wrong impression. I squeezed her cheeks and told her she was chubby. Help me! So now you're infantilizing her, and that is objectively unattractive. So if she lost a few pounds, maybe she'd have a chance. Objectively? Yeah, maybe to you, you fucking asshole. Some people don't find fat being unattractive, so I said this all in a very casual way. Yeah, so super casual. Me and Tina make jokes like this, calling each other ugly all the time. There's a thin line between joking and actually saying something, like, hurtful. My friends interjected about how it's always the girls you don't want who think you're making a move on them, but never the girls. So all of you just started making fun of her, just right there, when she was right there. That's cool. You just ganged up on this girl. She just stormed out of the main door late at night. My boys shouted after her, calling her... My boys? Yeah, you know my boys shouted after her, calling her a drama queen! Right, come on. Tina, it's a fucking fat drama queen. Long story short, next morning, I chased Tina down and hugged her and everything. She wouldn't talk to me like normal and said everything's fine, but clearly it wasn't. Afterwards, I went to another friend of mine asking for advice on how to woo Tina back. What? They said that I was an asshole for hurting Tina's feelings. I told her I thought Tina could handle honesty as she always seemed chill. My friend told me I didn't understand girls and all that. She thinks I made fun of Tina and should apologize to her. I don't think I did anything wrong. It's just being honest. Come on, guys. Come on. Honesty can be mean sometimes. This girl, she fucking said a joke. You took it the wrong way because you're a sensitive little fucking bitch. And you're like, yeah, let's all gang up on this girl and talk about how fucking ugly she is. And she's like, I don't know. I think I'm pretty nice, actually. I had to turn on a light because God decided, let's make it pour when you're filming your video. Thank you, God. Thank you. Oh, he's always on my side. You guys can believe that. Hope you like the ambiance of pouring rain. I do. This was posted in r/confessions. I've also done a video on that. Unfortunately, I've done a video, like I said, on almost every popular subreddit. God help me. God, seriously, God, please. I gave a homeless chick $11 and change, and a Pepsi to suck me off in my car, parked in a Wendy's parking lot on Saturday. I feel kind of bad about it. Let's move on. I broke up with my girlfriend over text when her dad was dying and she just killed herself. Can we find one that isn't so awful? Am I the asshole for how I handled the pizza creep? Now, the person who cross-posted this said, I'm almost impressed this woman found a way to be victimized by garlic bread. Wow, I gotta know what happened. I got no beef with garlic bread. That garlic bread could pin me down, slap me silly, and I'd be like, thank you, garlic bread. That shit was good. I would eat that shit all day. Swear up. I, 31 female, am a member of a group that convenes monthly to discuss current events. So you're a gossiper. Someone suggested getting a pizza. One of our members lit up and said they knew, one of our members lit up, you know what I'm saying? Knew a great place to get pizza, a small independent pizzeria. The pizza. I'm all about supporting small businesses, so I agreed. Okay, why the fuck do I care? When we arrived, the manager was very off. He greeted my fellow group member very enthusiastically. He called her something in Italian that sounded weirdly intimate. He led us to a table. And then he took out a stick! No. He handed out menus. We ordered without issue, even though his vibes were very unsettling. After he left, I asked a group member who recommended this place if they knew him personally, and they said no. They just said we went to the pizzeria a lot and was friendly with the manager. Before our pizzas arrived, he brought us an order of garlic knots. None of us ordered any garlic knots, and I tried to correct his mistake. He said they were complimentary as a thanks for choosing his establishment. I thought this was very presumptuous. After he left, I mentioned to the table that I thought it inappropriate to serve food no one ordered, because someone might be allergic. The group member said the knots were made from the same type of dough as the pizzas we all ordered. There's no way anyone was allergic. Still, I didn't have any. This guy's trying to roofie me with fucking garlic knots. He put the fucking roofies in the knots. I'm telling you guys. He wants to do things to us. After our pizzas arrived, we ate without issue. The problem was when the bill arrived. No one was charged for their drinks, and even though prices are listed on the menu, I pointed this out to the manager, to the annoyance of the group. He said it was a perk of being a regular. I said that I wasn't a regular, and he had hoped that I would decide to become one after today. At that point, I'd had enough. I said his behavior was creepy, and asked for my bill to be fixed. He looked upset, but he took the bill. The other members of the group got annoyed with me. The one who had recommended the pizzeria was visibly angry, saying that I embarrassed them and potentially ruined the awesome discounts they get. I said I felt uncomfortable with his overly familiar behavior and that the free food felt like a power way. A way to feel as though he had authority over us. He could just put his dick right in us, okay? They rolled their eyes and said it was ridiculous. They then got up to talk to the manager. I can tell this person's never stepped foot in a small town. Bitch, this shit happens every day where I live. People will do just nice things. Doesn't mean anything. You live in a small town, you go in the fucking checkout aisle, or a checkout lane at Walmart, you will have at least one person who will tell you their entire life story. Hi, how are you doing? Hi, thanks for asking. I'm doing good, thanks. God, if only this line would hurry up, right? Yeah, me too, you know, busy. Yeah, I remember one time I was in a line to get our rations back in the war, and I remember this woman came up to me and she had no legs. They had cut her legs off, brutalized her in many different various ways, and she had many different cuts, and then some of my comrades decided it would be funny to slice off her arms too, and they cut off her arms, and she was just one round body, and it was awful. That's what lines remind me of. Okay, you're like seriously trauma-dumping on me right now? What? No, you seem like a nice person, so I just thought I'd share. Now you're love bombing me. What is this tactic you're trying to do? No, absolutely not. Now you're gaslighting me. What? I don't know these words you're saying. All I know is PTSD. You're like totally trying to pull one over on me, aren't you? What are you gonna do to me, huh? What are you thinking of doing to me, huh? There's people everywhere. I've got a taser. Don't make me use it. I wouldn't do... No, I would... No, I'll scream. I would never do that. I'll scream. You'll never catch me alive!
Stop. That woman has 3 PS5s on her.
That's the second time that's happened to me today. Did I go overboard? Oh, I'm gonna throw that garlic bread overboard because I'd be poisoned. Imagine, like, overthinking everything to this extent. Am I the asshole for yelling at my wife after she blew up my phone with calls because of a fire? You thought I was dead. I'm not dead. All right, leave me the fuck alone. Nagging wife. Throw away because some of this made local news and I don't want it connecting back to me. What did you do? Commit arson? But yeah, I don't want this connecting back to me. I work in a place where we are not allowed to have personal electronics on us at all. No phones, no smartwatches, no pagers. My wife knows this, understands that she should not try to contact me by my cell at work. Before this incident, my phone has never gone off in the locker before. Recently, there was a pretty big fire at a secondary work site that I do work at occasionally, but that day I was working at the main building. Local news covered the fire before I found out about it, because again, no electronics, plus the work we do isolates us so so news travels pretty slowly. There were a few casualties, a lot of seriously injured folk. So this was a serious, people died. Are you joking? My wife had been watching the news from home and started freaking out. She called me 20 frickin' times, and I did not know this was possible. Overrode my do not disturb, and my phone was ringing out for a while. I got called in the manager's office and got chewed out and written up for my phone making so much noise. I won't lie, when I saw those 20 missed calls from my wife, I was seriously pissed off. Why would you lie? You're already bearing your soul to us, so don't worry about it. Like I said, she knows not to try to contact me directly, and a citation hurt my chances of getting a raise or promotion. Why did you tell your boss, hey, man, she thought I was dead. This has never fucking happened before. There's no reason why you're punishing me this bad when this has never happened. Your boss is a fucking asshole. Maybe even a bigger asshole than you. I called her back and she was sobbing, asking me if I was okay. I said, of course I was okay, and asked, what the fuck? I had to bleep that out. What the frick was wrong with her to call me so many times? She was still crying and started talking about a fire. After that, I started half yelling at her about all the reasons it was dumb of her to call me.
Help me!
If I think you're dead, if I'm like, this person isn't responding to me, they must be dead, I will call and text until you answer me. I'm just that kind of person. I got something called anxiety. When I got home, she was super upset with me. I apologized for yelling, but she refused to talk. She's been very chilly the past few days, sleeping in her daughter's room. I don't work in the secondary work site very often. She knows that I can't be contacted directly. She could have just called the office. 20 calls is absolutely insane in my basketball. I've called my mom probably 30 times at a time. I understand she probably could have handled it differently, but when you think your husband might be like dead, especially when there's so many casualties, no shit you're gonna freak out. Give the woman some grace to fucking be upset, asshole. That's all the posts I have saved, so that's it for this video, and that's it for me. Let me know what you thought about any of these posts I read. Do you think that they are also the devil, Lucifer, maybe the Antichrist? I don't know. I do know. They all are. Let me know what you think about any of these posts. Have you ever had a scenario where you have been the devil? I think all of us have had at least one scenario where we've been the devil. It's okay. We all have those little moments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like me, you can subscribe. I post comedy and commentary videos every Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern, so if that sounds like your thing, make sure to subscribe and turn the notification bell so you know when I post a video. I really, really hope you all enjoyed this video, and I really, really hope I see you in the next one. Okay? You better be there, all right? Bye.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.